And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK Show. And this is going to be episode 470. So I hope you guys had a great day. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK Show, we do not have any topics for tonight's episode of the MSK Show because it is just going to be me, Top G, MSK, Top G, Riz Master, as you guys know, and Full Metal Nate / Critic, just a white guy and another white black guy just shooting the shit and just talking mad trash about the world.
So you have a white guy and we have an Oreo snack, is what you're saying.
Essentially, yes. I don't even know how to talk to you guys today because this has been the most up and down day in my life I've ever experienced.
I can tell something's going on with you, man, because the other day, you texted me, you were like, "Hey, you want to do a show Wednesday?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, sure." So I get home, eat dinner, sit down in front of my computer and playing a game, just kind of waiting on you to send me a link, and then you're like, "Oh, well, we're not doing the show." I'm like, "Well, fuck, I guess I'll keep playing my game." And then maybe like an hour and a half later, you send me another text. You're like, "You know what? Fuck it. Never mind. Let's do the show." I'm like, "Well, all right."
Yeah.
But from your usual like MSK-isms in between your texts and shit, I could kind of tell something was getting to you. So I'm like, he probably just needs me to like, air all his grievances out to or something. Like,
considering what you told me as well, it's like I guess things can only get better.
Dude, I have been having a fucking week myself. Holy shit.
Well, since you're the co-host, we'll let you go first. What happened to you? This is a safe space. We listen and we don't judge. Dude, I was actually thinking about doing that since I installed, that new PC I told you I got.
Yeah.
So I finally installed it. Everything's ready to go now. And I was thinking about on Rumble, Twitch, and Kick doing an MSK After Dark of like we listen and we don't judge. I tried doing that, not live. Dude, this girl, oh my goodness, the stuff I'm gonna tell you guys later on will just blow your mind.
You don't even need to call it MSK After Dark. You just need to call it MSK Darker.
Oh God. But yeah, I'm gonna try that on like Umingle or Omi TV, as they call it now these days. Or there's another one that got the one that guy was using. I'm gonna have to go through his shorts and figure out which site he used that on, because those are the best ones. You get those girls. Oh my God, those drunk women are just the best. But yeah, we'll start with Nate. But before we start with Nate, how's everyone doing in the chat? Michael is here. He says, "Hi boys, how you doing, dude? Are you the magician of black chaos? But you're a white person." People don't know that Yu-Gi-Oh card is called the Magician of dub version is the Magician of Black Chaos.
The Magician of Black Air Force Energy.
On the card, they could have just put you know what they did? They just called it Magician of Black Chaos. Then they made a better version of it called Dark Magician of Chaos, and it was mega disgustingly broken. Then they eroded it, and it's just fucking worthless now.
We need to like replace the image of the magician with a stink meaner from the Boondocks.
Do you know what people call it in Yu-Gi-Oh? Instead of saying the full thing, Dark Magician of Chaos, they call it DMAC.
Why does it sound cooler?
I know, right? Yeah, the acronym sounds way cooler than calling it DMAC. Michael, you're not black. You know that, right? You're essentially catfishing people. But no, how you doing, Michael? How you doing, man? I'll tell you guys that later. So I had actually some good news in all of this bad that I'm going to tell you guys eventually. Orange Avenger, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? What's up, Orange? Orange says, "I judge a lot."
We know.
Orange, we do know that. He judges all of us secretly. Orange has like at least 3 to 4 monitors in his actual room with his PC.
And
it's just like Batman.
if he can't judge anybody, he just slowly comes up with roasts for everybody.
Dude, I'll be honest here. They should have never honestly eroded that card. I mean, I understand it. I fully get it to a certain extent. But the way certain cards are broken now, where you could just like grab any spell you want in any like archetype specific deck, I honestly think they didn't need to errata like a lot of those cards, honestly. Like, why did they errata a few of them? It just makes no sense. Like, Goyo Guardian's errata is so fucking stupid. Makes no sense. But I'll save the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff for Chaz because Nate is not cultured like that to talk about trading card games because he's not a nerd. He just plays video games.
And D&D. and other things.
So what ended up happening with you?
Well, just life shit, adulting shit, bud. Well, my car that I've had since I think I've had it for about 3 or 4 years now. Well, the battery is going bad in it. It's got like a bad power cell. So Monday, I get up in the morning, make breakfast, and this is after a pretty good weekend. Like this past weekend was really damn good. And I'm like, you know what? Things are going great, this morning. Nothing could ruin this day. I go out there and try to start my car and it doesn't start. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So
that's the worst thing.
I tried to start it like 3 or 4 more times. I finally just like give up and like call my boss. I'm like, hey, I may not make it in today. He's like, why? What's wrong? I'm like, my fucking car's not starting, dude. That's what's wrong. He's like, oh, well, I literally, like, I swear to God, this motherfucker was like, well, shit.
Now, did he say that when you finally got there because someone pretty much called off?
No, I told him, I was like, just let me see what I can do. Let me play it by ear and see if maybe I can find another way there. So I call my dad, and my dad.
Oh, now he's just rubbing that in because he knows I can't call my dad. So he's just like, I'll just call my dad as a white person. He has that privilege.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I inherited a lot of things from my dad, but his like smart alecky sense of like humor was not one of them. Because I'm telling him what's going on and that it's not starting and shit. And he's like, well, what the fuck do you want me to do about it? I'm like, I don't know, maybe come over here with your fucking toolbox and like diagnose this shit because you're the only motherfucker I know that knows anything about cars.
Yeah, like the average, I'll be honest here, cars are one of those things where literally the average person doesn't even know how those things even start. Like if you tell them how it starts,
it's like I told him,
like gibberish to me.
Well, it's like I told him, I was like, dude, I'd rather call you. You come over here and look at this shit and tell me something, for free rather than me take it to some fucking mechanic and just pay him $100, for the same thing, that you were going to tell me anyway. Like,
yeah. Plus that pure factor in, if you actually have a friend or a family member that knows that shit, it's way cheaper on them doing it than just going to a mechanic. Fuck that.
My dad, I think back before I was born, like he would literally go to like junkyards and shit, and he would like scavenge for parts to like put cars like back together. Like like if he could, like if he needed a part and he didn't want to like get it off the market or something like that, he would literally go to a junkyard and like search for it and like somehow make the shit work. Like he's a fucking wizard when it comes to cars. I pay
mechanics now. When I was poorer, I did everything myself. I know people that still do everything by themselves. Actually, my friends, you guys know who James is, right? Yeah. James's sister's husband is also kind of a mechanic, which is crazy because this is what people should do, dude. There's girls that love working on cars. To be fair, you can't say this probably nowadays because it might be considered racist. Do you know how like if people work on cars back in the day, their nickname, you would call them grease monkeys? Probably don't call a black person that works on cars. They'd probably beat you up. But you got to marry a girl who knows how to work on cars.
I don't know. But anyway, so God. he basically, but he basically just hung out with me for a couple minutes and he pretty much told me, he's like, yeah, you got a dead battery cell, basically. Like the battery's just dying. Like it's a stock battery. It's been in there since the car was made back in 2019. I've been driving the thing around for 3 or 4 years. It's just time for a new battery. So he basically gave me an extension cord and like a charger for my car battery. Mm-hmm. So every morning for the past like 2 days, for the past 2 days, I've gotten up, gone outside, gone out to the car, got the extension cord, plugged it into my aunt's house, plugged that into the charger, and then I've basically just, Yeah, I've taken the 2 prongs and, I've plugged it into the charger to like into the battery to like at least give it some kind of juice so it'll start up. Like I've been doing that this entire week and it sucks because I'm neck deep in the middle of a work week. I don't have the time to go to, like Advanced Auto Parts or AutoZone or anything like that to like look at batteries because by the time I get out of work, everything is fucking closed. It's one of those things where I'm glad it's pay week, but at the same time, it's like just the waiting game to try and get to like Saturday so I can go and take care of the problem has just been fucking awful, dude. And it sucks because you feel like you're racing against the clock. It's like, well, fuck, if I go out here and try to crank up my car, is it going to start this morning or something like that? Or, you get done with the work day and you go out to the parking lot to get in your car to go home. You're like, fuck, please start. It's these past 3 days have been, they've been kind of like, nail biting for me, dude. So, but I mean, I've got people willing to help me out. My dad told me if there's anything I need, just call him. He'll come over and help me out. And,
I do like the tough love that he initially gave when you said you called him. He said, "What the fuck am I supposed to do?"
Well, I mean,
you gotta see the humor in those kind of things, right? You're like, "Oh shit."
I know. And he's joking in his own like just fucked up way, but. No. So Saturday he's gonna ride over here, pick me up, and we're just gonna run up to like Advanced Auto Parts and like look at batteries and shit. So
yeah. Oh god. Well, I will just say this. I usually never say these things because I know how stupid they sound. I actually had a dream. I think like
let me ask you this. Is the shit going on with you just 1,000 times stupider than what's going on with me? Or
they're about the same. I guess they're two sides of the same coin.
I mean, I'm just having car problems. Like at the end of the day, if you want to simplify my problems, it's just car problems.
Yeah, but that costs a lot of money though. Either that battery thing works like you said, or you buy a whole new car. You know how much money that is?
A battery is just $200, bro.
That's if that works. Keep in mind, if it works. That's the thing. These things always could be like ever changing depending on what ends up happening. I'm not saying it's not going to work, but these things go. Like people, I don't know. People are weird when it comes to that stuff. But no, like man, car trouble is fucking hell. Glad I never go through that. But I will say, last night I had a dream where it literally came to me in a vision, like some Dr. Manhattan shit. Okay, I know this is gonna sound kind of retarded, gay, and stupid. But just please bear with me. So I can't go into the other layer of it because I want to go into that layer not right now. So essentially, I had a pretty like high and low day. As you guys know, I've been trying to get a second job for what feels like not like forever. I've only been looking for about a good, I don't know.
You're fucking insane. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that straight up. You know why I'm saying that? Because I know a lot of other people just like you who are like, oh, I got 2 jobs. Some of them have 3 jobs. And I'm like, fucking how?
One has 3. I don't know how you have time for 3 jobs. And
then know how you have time for just 2 jobs.
Well, that's the thing is, if you have 3 jobs, you're never home. Even if you have kids.
I only have enough. I'm never home with the 1 job that I do have. I'm only home for like 2 days out of the whole fucking week. And that's it.
So I'll start it off like this. I can't go over this other stuff because I'll do that. There's a time and a place for that. I will. So I'm not kidding. I legitimately had a dream. I think it was yesterday.
Okay, Martin, or earlier this. Get to the point.
It was either yesterday when I was taking a nap, or no, did I take a nap yesterday? No, I did not. I spent all day hooking up my fucking PC. Yeah. Okay. So I went to bed Tuesday night going into Wednesday, and I had a dream that said you're hired. Because as you guys know, I've been trying to get a second job for what feels like, I would say a month and a half. I would say it's a good time for me. Like a month and a half. I've been applying everywhere on Indeed and all that other stuff. And it's because of another reason that I can't say right now. And literally today, I went on my 10-minute break because I got called in today. And she was like, can you work 12 to 5? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I'll go in, work 12 to 5. And then on my 10-minute break, I got an actual missed call and text message back from a hotel that I applied for, like I think on Monday actually, and they were like, "Hey, are you free today? Can you come in for a short form interview?" And I'm like, that's where that dream came from. I had the dream literally said, dude, it was red, bold, fiery, how would you say font? It was literally burning font. It said, "You're hired." That's where that fucking dream came from. And then so I called the person back and I said, "Hey, I can't come in today or tomorrow because tomorrow they call me in because I'm closing tomorrow." So I could only game stream tomorrow, guys. I'm game streaming early in the morning because I have to close tomorrow. I'm off Friday. So
You're
I
fired.
said, "Hey." So I said, "Can I come in early Friday morning?" And they were like, "Yeah." So so they messaged me back and said, because I don't know if the lady that I talked to relayed the message. So they sent me a follow-up text message and said, "Hey, can you come sometime early Friday morning?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. That's fine." Right. So then I go across the street. I fill out another application at another hotel. The lady said, "We're not hiring right now," but I actually know this lady from a long, long time ago. But she said she'll let the person know if they are. And okay, that one was easy. Then I went across the street to another place. It was another let's say food place, and I essentially had an interview on the spot, and then I completely failed it.
Oh, those are the worst.
Do you know how hard I messed this up? It was like if I was in the NBA. And I would essentially be shooting like 10% from the field. There was no sheet. It was a dude. It was a dude.
So I have an inkling of how this went. So did this person like take it, like instead of taking you into a back office, did this person like take you out into the fucking dining room where all the customers?
Well, it wasn't a dining room. You're right. It was in the dining room.
Yep. And just basically interrogate the fuck out of you for like 10, 15 minutes.
The crazy part is like people that already worked at my job worked there. Well, two of them. And he was like, "Well, if I hire you, then you're the third person from that place that now works here." And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, why does that matter?
Why does that matter?
Yeah. I was like, why does that matter? He was like, "Do you have a resume?" I was like, "No, not on hand. I can email it to you." He was like, "Okay, just bring it in or you can email it to me." I didn't get his email. I completely forgot to do that. So essentially, I said something really, really stupid. I can't go into further detail because the internet's crazy and I have some weird haters out there. So I can't go into that detail specifically. But essentially, when I did go into that detail,
since when do you care what people think?
Now this is a little too close to home. And then when I said that, I knew it was over. In my head, I was like, no. But to be fair, I did have this interview coming up on Friday, so it was one of those like. I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, but maybe that was the other part of the dream, because the other part of the dream was me reading an email saying you didn't get the job. So this is all part of that dream. I'm just living it out in real time. Then I get home, and you guys know my ex Lennon calls me and it's like, "Hey, do you want to go out of town and try this certain style of food, like Cuban food or something like that?" And I'm like, "You know what? I had a pretty up and down day. You had a pretty up and down days. Let's just take tonight off, go back, and just go next week, right?" So then I tell him that, like, "Hey, let's just go next week." You're like, "Okay, all right, fine. No problem at all."
Yeah.
She messages me back like about. So I call her again to make sure she's coming. She's like, "Yeah, I'm coming. My sister's butthole just blew up the bathroom." And then then she calls me at like 7:18 my time. And she says, "Hey, you can't go." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "There's too many people." And I'm like, "What? What are you talking about?" She said, because the car that she was going in seats 5, you'd be 6. And I'm like, "Wait a minute, hold on, whoa. If you knew these extra people were coming, why did you tell me this? Why did you call?" And she was like, "You can go in the trunk." And I was like,
What?
Fucking Mexicans in trunks, name a more iconic duo than that. Bruh. And I'm sitting there going like, I literally canceled my plans so this could happen, and then you tell me it's not. And she was like, "Well, we could go Friday or Saturday." I can't go places weekends, guys. I work on the weekends. I work Saturday, Sunday. I don't have weekends off. I don't even know what it's like to have a weekend off. I haven't had a weekend off probably in like 10 years. And it's fine. I don't even care about having weekends off. I don't care. As long as I get like Wednesday, Thursday off, I'm usually pretty good.
I need my weekends off. If I don't have my weekends off, like I'm there's probably about maybe a good like 90% chance I'm gonna end up choking somebody out.
To be fair, this wasn't one of those trunks where it's like locked. It's like, you know, one of those vehicles that look like a Jeep where the trunk is kind of like in front of the seats actually. So it'd be like an open thing, but like I'm thinking to myself, that's too dangerous. A cop's gonna pull you over and be like, or highway patrol is gonna pull you over.
Mish, can you explain to me why there's a random black man in the back? Why there's a homeless black man in the back of your truck?
Yeah, like you can't do like it's like those Jeeps. Like those like Jeep Grand Cherokees where you don't really have a trunk. You have like a little small trunk area. It's not like one of those cars that you have where it's like you just lock it like that. Dude,
you ain't seen a trunk until you've seen mine.
Yeah, but it's not one of those ones where you can like you clamp down and it's just a trunk. It's like a trunk area is what you have. And I was like, you can't do that. That's illegal and not in that high. That's like one of the most busiest highways in the entire fucking United States. You do that, here go. I'm not trying to sit in jail with Diddy for a night. So fuck. And then that happens. So I told him, hey, this retarded, stupid, dumb taco eating bitch canceled. Want to do the show? And he was like, sure. So that's how we ended up here. So
yeah, I was like head deep in the middle of like my 10th Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, and then here comes you. Hey, show's back on. Let's do it. And I'm like, yeah, it's 10:30, but sure. Okay.
To be fair, the show was scheduled at 10:30. To be fair, I was going to do it earlier when I got off because I was like, you know what? I'm already home at like 6:37. I know 6-7, I know. But we just started at like 6 my time, 9 your time, 7 my time, 10 your time. Just a whole day full of bullshit. Just an absolutely terrible day. And I can't even tell you guys the other stuff because I can't do it yet. There'll be a time and a place where I can, but I can't do it yet. And then the Walmart thing didn't happen like a few weeks ago. I do have an interview kind of coming up on the what's it? The third Friday of the month. If this doesn't pan out, I do have an interview on the 24th. So I'm still going to go to that one, obviously. Hopefully that works out because I just hate the current place I'm at. I hate it so much. But if I get the second job, it won't be as bad based off the current circumstance I'm in. So I've just had the most up and down day in my life. The only thing that was slightly retarded that this guy said, and I told he literally said, I need this kind of person. And I'm like, dude, I am that kind of person. I know how to do this job. I've did this job for a decade plus. And then because the other thing that I said that screwed me over, I can't go fully into detail with that because it's like it's useless information to say anyway. And I know the second thing I said was retarded, but it's one of those like, you know, just fuck me in the ass, obviously. But it's okay, guys. I have the tools to cope with whatever life throws at me.
I don't.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you what her problem was.
I have video games, D&D, and maybe my Bible. That's about it.
Oh God. So basically, another shining good happened. You know, in that dream I had. So this taco that is the equipment specialist at my job. His taco wife used to work at my place. She now works at a different place, and her daughter also works at that new place that her mom now works at too. I said, hey, are you guys hiring? And she said, just go in at this time in the morning when this lady is in. And I was like, who's that lady? And she was like, this person. I was like, I used to go to high school with that lady. So I'm going to go tomorrow morning
and to see what happens. What it tastes like.
Definitely not. That would be instant death, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna nail this interview Friday morning, and they said short form, so I'm gonna come in. I don't have time to get my hair done before Friday morning. At least I don't think I can. I mean, no, I don't have time unless I somehow squeezed it in like Thursday, but I can't unless I just don't have any time. I just have to go in there, be like, hey, I'm exactly the thing you need. The problem is with me interviews, I give away too much. You gotta be, I don't know how to balance it out. I'm like one for No. Essentially, I'm like 2 for 7 in job interviews. Like, you know, that interview where Peter had in Family Guy, where he was like, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" Don't say doing your wife. Don't say doing your wife. Doing your son. Yeah, that's where I fuck up at. I know I'm like LeBron James in the finals when it comes to job interviews, but I'm nailing this Friday, and then I have another one. Like I said before, I got another one on the 24th coming up very soon. But I'm nailing this one.
I hate job interviews so bad. I think my entire like adult life so far, out of the 2 jobs I've worked, the first job, I mean, at the dealership, that was kind of nepotism a little bit, just because my uncle already worked there and everybody already knew who I was. So it really wasn't an interview needed there. It was just, hey, sign these few pieces of paper, and guess what? You're hired, kid. I was like, sure, cool. First job, great. And then this job I'm working at now, I was still so definitely afraid of job interviews. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to a fucking temp agency and let them deal with that shit for me.
That's the problem with my area. Our area doesn't have temp agencies. So people don't actually know
Dude,
this. I should have said this before.
There's temp agencies everywhere out here.
Oh my God, dude. I said this before. I almost actually worked at Amazon. I had an orientation and everything. There's a problem. Well, at that moment in time, we had us friends had plans to move and do all that stuff, but that fell through. But for the most part, I did end up getting through orientation at Amazon. Problem with that, and it was through a temp agency. All plans fell through because life of the thing happened. But that was easier, just getting a temp agency to do it for you. You get hot, literally just walk in the building, fill some bullshit out, have a bullshit interview, and they're like, okay, you're hired. The standards this person had. I walked in. He was like, sir, why do you want to work for this company? I was like, because I need money. He was like, okay, you're hired. That's literally it. I'm not kidding. It's the actual conversation we had.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. He was like, because to be fair, it was a question he gave to everyone. He was like, why do you want to work here? I was like, I need money.
A lot of those places that are contracted through like temp agencies, the reason they're contracted through them is because their turnover rate is just so egregiously fucking high.
Yeah.
Like the original team that I can recall that was working at my current workplace, like they're not even there anymore. Like I think maybe 2 out of the original team that I fucking started with is like still there.
How you been? Well, I have a job interview Friday morning at this hotel. I think it's a hotel. To be fair, I've never actually been inside this building. I've always seen this building, but I've never actually been inside this building. So I might be a housekeeper. I'm gonna be like Peter in that one episode of Family Guy. Housekeeping?
You're gonna end up just falling asleep on one of the beds and getting fired that way.
Housekeeping.
You just get a shotgun blast to the chest through the fucking door.
I hope not. Good Lord. Don't tell me that. Then I'm just dead. I'm just like shot and I fall off a fucking railing, falling under the plants.
MSK knocks on the door. Housekeeping. Wow.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can go and get it done. I don't know if I can, honestly. So we'll see. We shall see. But what else has been going on with you? Are you alive currently?
I think I'm alive. My car's not. It's like Frankenstein's monster. I'm having to shock it with electricity.
To be fair,
just to bring it back to life.
You could sell it for copper coming up, actually.
I'm not selling that car. Here's the problem, MSK. Just because something in your car goes bad. Now, look, if it's something that's going to cost you like a couple of grand to fix that there's just no way in hell you can fix right now, then yeah, maybe you can start having conversations about selling your car. But just because like a battery goes bad or a spark plug is going out, that doesn't mean, oh, just scrap the car. Like, what? No, it's a good fucking car. And man, it's only got 79,000 miles on it, dude. I mean, I'm gonna run that fucking bitch till it's dead. I'll run that fucking bitch till the damn transmission goes out.
Good Lord. Or potentially you could sell it to someone and then use that money to buy another car.
I'm still paying it off. I don't want to buy
You're like,
any.
you're
I
like,
don't.
I'm riding this thing out till the wheels fall off.
Yep. No, fuck that. Like, I'm so tired of making car payments every paycheck. Like, the moment it's paid off, cool. I'm keeping this thing as long as I can.
But don't you just kind of risk spending more money keeping it going than just getting something new, essentially?
Not really. If you just keep up with your oil changes and you don't drive it like a fucking
Antifreeze too.
madman.
I heard people need to check antifreeze too.
Antifreeze, spark plugs. You might have to get tires, once every couple of years, or a battery like I'm having to deal with right now. Like, just simple maintenance shit, man. Like, that bitch will run. I mean, it's a nice Camry too, so it'll run until about like.
Oh, you were the Camry.
Yeah.
Oh, is it one of those like older ones that's like kind of wide like this?
Nah, it's a 2019 model.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant one of those older ones where they look like this, where they're all wide and out and shit.
So, I mean, I had a friend who had one like that. I mean, it ran to like 430,000 miles before it fucking died. So, I mean, like I said, once I get it paid off, like you said, I'm gonna ride that bitch till the fucking wheels fall off. I don't care.
Oh, now I see why you're gonna drive this thing till the wheels fall off. You only paid like 20,000 for this.
23,000.
That's because the blue book value on this thing is so depreciated. Selling it wouldn't matter either.
It was a nice used car. It only had 17,000 miles on it when I bought it.
You know how many miles my wife has?
That's a person. This is a car. And if you know any woman that has 79,000 miles on her, you might want to take her to the hospital. Like, she needs to get checked out.
Oh my God. Blinker fluid. Oh, okay. Yeah. Unless my wife kills it, all my cars till at least 200K.
You can make a car last forever if you don't drive it like a
That's
bat
really
out
true.
of hell.
Yeah. Well, Orange bought his wife a new car because she got into an accident. That thing looks really cool, though. I'm not gonna lie. He said that thing does so much cool shit. Oh my God. Do have like a Batmobile just this in his garage or something? Oh my God.
Although I will say I'm a grumpy fucking driver. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't like road rage, but I just like silently judge people when I'm on the road.
No, WZ, I was joking. I know blinker fluid's not a thing. All I know is changing your oil, antifreeze, and that's it.
You
might also change your tires. I know how to do it, but I also keep a spare tire in your trunk just in case one goes out.
It's called rotating your tires, bud.
Well, do you have a spare one in your trunk just in case one just blows out?
Yes, I have a spare.
And you know how to put it on?
I do not.
You need one of those wheel jacks. I know how to. I've seen people do it. I know how to do it myself.
It came with a wheel jack. It's just like I said, I'm pretty sure if I called my dad, he'd show me how to put it on. It's not a big fucking deal, man.
Yeah. Well, Orange, do you just have the one new car you bought your wife? Because I know you have your own. Because I think you have your own to pick up the kids just in case she's busy. But he works online. I forget he has a job where he just stand at home. It's crazy. He said he does the same thing that Laps does. Not like that. He says when the people are talking in business meetings, he just mutes the tab and just goes play video games. All right. Jesus Christ.
I don't
imagine
blame
just
him.
that job where you can just AFK like that.
I don't blame him. I don't want to listen to a bunch of jackasses talking in my ear about shit that I don't fucking care about.
Yeah, that's true too. Outfit. I'm probably gonna wear this shirt, and then I'll wear my work dress pants. I have my work dress pants I'm gonna wear, and I'm gonna wear the work shoes because
you want to borrow one of my fucked up like Power Ranger like button ups.
Nothing screams getting a job like, hey, I transform into a person with spandex on.
Nothing screams give me a job than showing up to the interview looking like a cholo.
I thought about coming in there with wearing sunglasses and being like, hey dude, you ever seen Don't Be a Menace? Remember when he went try to get a job at a bank? He was like, I heard y'all ends is hiring. What's up?
Don't you fucking dare.
It was like desired salary $3 million.
You're more like the retarded guy from Good Burger.
Oh God. This shit was fucking hilarious. I'll never forget that. Went into a bank trying to get a job and was like, "Hey y'all, I heard y'all ends is hiring."
Why does it sound like Michael Bay wrote that line? Like Michael Bay like snuck on a set and like just started changing the script.
Oh, that shit was too funny, man. Oh my god. And then he said desired salary, $3 million cash. Why? Any free time. Watch Don't Be a Menace, job interview, one of the Wayans brothers. I think it was Marlon Wayans or something like that. Oh,
I think it was I think it was Marlon's. It was Marlon.
So funny. He was, remember we were talking about that girl Daishiki, and then one of the Wayans brothers was talking to his dad, who was literally not his dad, looked way younger than him. I was like, "Hey, yo, pops, I got a girl pregnant." It was like, "Oh, who's this girl, son?" Daishiki from across the street. Wait, Daishiki, that old girl who had a bunch of kids. He was like, "Oh, pops, I knew you to fuck her too." He was like, "No, son, but she sure could suck a dick." He was like, "Huh?" Dude, this girl Daishiki, when she brought her kids up, she had like Asian kids. She was dark. She was about as dark as your omnibus right there, bruh.
She had the king in black.
Oh god, it's 2026. Do it, then claim racial discrimination. Oh, I could do that. I'm black. I could literally use DEI to my advantage, honestly.
Careful, MSK. It only works on certain black people, I've noticed.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. So tomorrow morning, I'm gonna wake up early, go to that one place, let her know who I am. Then I'm gonna go get my hair done, potentially, because I have to close tomorrow. Because it has to be done around like 9. It has to be done like around at least before noon, so I can get home, so I can get ready to go to work. Honestly, so yeah, I'm gonna wear this shirt, wear my usual work pants, and my usual work shoes, and that's pretty much it. I mean, Friday it's do or die with these last 2 interviews because I'm at my I'm at my wit's end right now. So you know what? It's time to clutch up.
Pretty soon you'll have to pack up the vacuum cleaner and the omnibuses and the PC and like jump to Nevada or something.
Fucking hell. If anything bad happens, I'm just gonna move across the country and live in Nate's house on the floor.
No.
Okay, I'll live on the roof.
This tiny house is barely even big enough for me sometimes, okay? I don't need another person living in here.
Dude, I literally almost lived in a tiny house if you count my last apartments. Those were essentially tiny houses.
I mean they're good if you're single and you live by yourself, but I mean, I'm just saying it does get kind of claustrophobic in here sometimes.
Pretty soon you will have to cancel your Amaranth subscription. I never had an Amaranth subscription. I just said that her ass was looking juicy. That's all I said. Michael, how you doing, man?
He's got like 15 other subscriptions he's got to cancel.
Okay.
That's why he's getting a second job. He keeps going broke every time OnlyFans takes it out of his face.
Oh my god. There's 30 new jobs listed in my area. I'm gonna apply to all of them after this show. So I'm gonna have a busy day. I'm gonna have a busy next couple of days because they're like, well, we might need you Friday. I don't know.
You accidentally apply for a senior executive position.
Dude, there was ones where they had lead supervisor and lead management. I was like, nah, not me.
Well, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing about sites with like Indeed. If you just put your fucking resume up there, you don't even have to like fill anything in. You could just like send them your resume, and that's about it.
Oh yeah, because I have to get my resume printed before Friday morning because I gotta have that thing done. So I imagine it'll look better if I come in with a resume than not coming in with one. That's probably why I didn't get the Walmart one because I didn't come in with a resume. I gotta keep a resume on hand at this point now.
Just make it in a Google Doc, man. That's how my resume is.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Cancel any streaming service, dude. There's an awesome shark movie coming out on Netflix. I know we're gonna watch Deep Water. I know we're gonna watch that, dude. The premise is awesome.
I don't have Netflix, but
We'll just watch it on the high seas when it comes out.
The what?
The booty sites, the One Piece sites.
I'm not risking getting a virus just because you want to watch a fucking shark movie, bud.
There are free sites to watch shows. You don't need to be sub to Amazon Prime either. I'm sub to Amazon Prime because it has free shipping. And it has shows and it has live sports. That's the only one that I'm sub to. But that one only costs like that one. I think costs when I check in my bank account, it costs like $12. I think
there was a trailer for a shark movie that I saw recently. I don't remember what the name of it was called.
Was it Thrash?
No, I think this one's going to theaters.
That was Deepwater. So the one with Aaron Eckhart is Deepwater, where it has Ben Kingsley too. That one I'm gonna watch.
Yeah.
That one I'm watching. Thrash looked really cool. Do you remember that movie Crawl by Alexandra Aja? It was the alligator movie.
Yeah, Sam Raimi produced it. Pretty sure
it was good. It was really good, right?
It was, yeah.
Now imagine, okay, so Tsunami is essentially if Crawl was like that. It's like essentially a massive tsunami happens on like this city, and then sharks just pour in. It's essentially Crawl, but with sharks.
So it's Sharknado without the Sharknado?
No camp. There's no camp in this one. There's no camp. There's no camp in this one. This is open world death.
You know, I unironically rewatched Sharknado for the fuck of it, like one weekend. The fucking chainsaw scene towards the end.
I can't believe there's a franchise.
Dude, I'm sitting there and I am, dude, we live in a reality now where there are more Sharknado movies than Star Wars movies.
Just keep this in mind. There's a movie in that franchise that is literally titled "Oh Hell No."
I know. They said, and it's like past the fifth one. It's like every single one is a pun now. Like I think when The Force Awakens was coming out, like one said I think it's the seventh one in the franchise because it said the seventh awakens or something. I'm like, what?
I don't even get it anymore.
I don't know. It's like,
but I will say I'm trying to find people that I can review these kind of Netflix streaming movies with, but it's so hard.
I don't mind watching these movies, but
what streaming services do you have?
I only have like Crunchyroll and Amazon Prime. That's about it. I don't have Disney.
You have Crunchyroll?
Yes, I have Crunchyroll.
That is for losers.
Motherfucker, you can't be talking.
You know what's crazy, dude? Amazon Prime is supposed to have all these movies, but then there's movies there you go and rent. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Dude, like you'll look up a movie and then it'll say, hey, it's on Amazon Prime. And then you check the movie, it's like rent it for $5.99. What the fuck?
I mainly have Amazon Prime because every time I go and I buy a physical copy now, it comes with a digital copy. I can upload the digital copy, and guess what? My mom or my dad can watch whatever fucking movies I just bought. I mainly have Prime just for Invincible right now. That's about it.
Oh, yeah. Did you see the latest episode? I heard that Thrag finally made his first appearance in it. I think it's his first appearance.
His second appearance, technically, canonically. Yeah. But, I mean, he doesn't really do anything crazy in the episode, but, I mean, they keep teasing that he's going to be like a force to be reckoned with.
So, there's the thing with Invincible that I tell people. Just like, I don't know. Because this is the basis of my opinion here with Invincible. I did enjoy it when I did watch it. Come on, I only watched season 1. But I really, really did enjoy season 1. I really did. I thought it was fucking awesome. The problem that people run into, dude, is the problem. Because, like, you always talk about criticizing Hollywood. And then the moment someone is like, hey, could this be a little bit more better if you just put more money into this, right? And then people go, why are you attacking him? Why are you doing this? Why are you saying these things? How can anything get better if you don't give criticism, though? Keep in mind, someone can do like 8 out of 10 things right? But then that one other thing that they could do good, if you don't criticize them on that you think it's lacking in, then it's then they're never going to improve. All these people out there, dude, are always like, Hollywood should hire better writers and they should do all that. And I agree with that sentiment. I agree with that fully. But it feels like anytime nowadays you give criticism to these people, shows or movies, they're like, dude, just be fine with it. Just consume it. Like, what? We're supposed to want them to do. How can they? There's better animated shows when I grew up than looking at Invincible.
Oh, I know.
Ben 10 looks better. Guys, I didn't really like Ben 10 growing up.
I loved Ben 10, dude. I
never really watched it. It never just really appealed to me.
Dude, I like of the classic series, I had like seasons 1, 2, and 3 like on DVD when I was a kid, man. I loved it that much. I had the toys and shit. I mean, I think
it was huge. It's huge.
I think I still have the toys somewhere. It just, I mean, yeah, cartoons were in a very much different place. I mean, media and just the way we, consumed entertainment was in such a different place back then.
The standard of cartoon animation was higher then, right? And keep in mind, I know we found out years later that a lot of these people that ran these companies thought it was just for kids and they didn't really care for us. But I will say they put people in charge that did do good work
and cared.
The executives probably thought they were just all for kids and you're just fucking losers who like that shit. I still think you're losers for liking that shit.
I like on Tubi, like they've put the entire like 2000s like catalog of Cartoon Network shows like on Tubi.
Because they had that deal with Warner Brothers. Remember, like years ago, they announced that most of their HBO Max was going there. Good.
I got off work like last week and just was on Tubi looking at all the shit they got on there. I mean, Ben 10's on there, Teen Titans is on there, dude. I started watching Codename Kids Next Door just for the fuck of it.
That show is so good.
It's so good. I'm like, they don't make cartoons or shows like this anymore for kids. It's all just brain rot fucking nonsense.
The last shows that were like that were probably when you were still growing up a little bit in that time frame. So the last ones would be like Adventure Time, Gumball,
Chowder, maybe Flapjack.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And rest in peace to him. I don't know if he's dead. I heard he had a really bad car accident. The guy that voices Archer and Bob's Burger had a bad car accident, they said a few days ago. Hope he's okay. I know I read that. I hope it's okay. Like Bob's Burgers came up when you were still younger. Yeah. There's a lot of shit.
Yeah. I mean, Family Guy and Simpsons have been around like forever.
Guys, when Teen Titans, I love that show. I can't use Teen Titans. When Total Drama Island has better animation than some of these new shows.
I love Total Drama Island.
And that animation is so ugly. It was like crap, honestly.
But it's intentional.
But it works in that style. Yeah.
It works totally intentional.
But, oh God. No, I like Tubi. I'll go and check Tubi stuff out. That's not the problem. It's just like all people are asking for is for Invincible to have stronger animation. Is that really that bad of a criticism? It's like, hey, can you put a little bit more effort into the animation?
I don't understand what people are talking about. Like, I mean, the animation the noticeable the change is noticeable between seasons 1 and 2, but other than that, me personally, I think the animation's been pretty consistent ever since they switched over the design and the art. It's not it's not bad.
For Batman, the animated series, when they would have to, send the episodes to be animated, when one of the animators didn't do the episodes justice, they never used that person ever again. Ever. That was the standard they had. If it didn't look like this, you are never getting to touch the show ever again. That should be the standard. But no, it's just they know people love the show. And keep in mind, I don't say I love this stuff. But there has to be some level of like, hey, we should.
Invincible's it's like we were talking about last time I was on this show. I mean, Invincible's some of the best superhero media we have right now. That's rivaling like the MCU and DC.
Dude, the She-Hulk conversation keeps coming up. There was I think a person who worked on She-Hulk said that we should probably expect more She-Hulk soon if the show performed very well on streaming. I'm like, what? No one wants any more She-Hulk. That show's terrible.
Didn't Tatiana Maslany get fired too?
Yeah, and Tatiana Maslany not even working for Disney.
It's like what? Why are you talking about more She-Hulk when that's clearly like not even like part of the conversation right now?
Here, I think I'll bring it up right now because who is asking for more? Guys, She-Hulk is horrible, absolute dribble trash.
I don't know, man. I mean, they're doing shit right now that Honestly, it's making me look at She-Hulk and some of those other shows, and it's making me go, and no, dude, I'm serious. It's making me look at them and go, perhaps I treated you too harshly.
She-Hulk is one of the worst TV shows I've ever watched in my life.
Daredevil Born Again is easily some of the most eye-rolling nonsense Marvel has done.
Can't be anything worse than Loki Season 1. Loki Season 1 was pure shit. Nothing was good about that show.
Dude, if you want nothing but Trump and ICE allegories for 8 or 10 episodes, then yeah, you're going to get that when you watch Daredevil Born Again. And it's so in your face to the point where you're just like, oh my God.
WZ, can you send me that website where I could download those sounds for my soundboard? Just put it in the chat because I have to use it for this computer because I need to download some of those sounds for my soundboard, because quality.
Yeah. Daredevil Born Again is not good. And the thing is, I started rewatching X-Men 97 the other day.
Oh, you rewatch it essentially.
I'm rewatching it. I'm rewatching season 1 now because I think season 2 is supposed to start dropping episodes like in the summer. So I'm just going back and I'm binging all of it. Like I think I'm on episode 5 right now, but I got my cousin to watch it. He never watched it when it was originally airing. And he's like, did Marvel do this? I'm like, yep. He's like, there's no fucking way. I'm like, yeah, they're Kevin Feige. This is all him and shit, man. But yeah, X-Men 97 is still arguably the best piece of like television Marvel has done. And the fucked up thing is it's something that should have failed, but it didn't because the showrunner and the guy behind it is just such a huge passionate fan of, the comic books and the 90s show. He literally made that show for 90s fans and now he's gone because Kevin Feige was like, oh, how dare you make something that the fans enjoy.
Remember how we had that? No, before you could go over that, this was from Fandom Pulse. Marvel TV boss Brad Winderbaum on She-Hulk.
I don't like that name.
These names, it's like you remember the CW's last head person of their network name was Mark Pedowitz. I'm not kidding. His actual name was Mark Pedowitz.
Is he a pedo?
2 on the nose there. That's one of our best performing shows. It just hit the general audience. Oh, it hit them. It hit them good.
Yeah, it knocked me flat on my ass.
Knocked me out with a brick, essentially.
It hit me so hard. I stumbled. I was like, ugh, the fuck?
Her, like, I saw She-Hulk bend over, ass cheek spread, and I was like, wow, this is pure shit.
Okay, you took it a little too far there.
I know we were all imagining that anyway. There was a mismatch between fan response and audience response. The audience is the fans! You dummy! You fucking retard!
Who do you think watches
people?
Who do you think watches this shit?
That's the same people. There was a mismatch between fan response and audience response. Those are the same motherfuckers. Those are the same people.
They're probably going to say that about the Harry Potter series when it comes.
Those are the same people. I would love to have the opportunity to make more She-Hulk. Honestly, hopefully one day. That means this show didn't perform at all.
Translation. You're never, ever, ever getting more She-Hulk because no one in the history of mankind wants more She-Hulk. Nobody. And if you say you do, like, I'm sweeping your legs out from under you. Like, you were a fucking idiot.
Holy shit.
Looks like you're going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
Like, good God.
Like, good God. Who is sitting there? Here, I'll do what these people think.
I'll take another season of Moon Knight before I ever take another season of She-Hulk.
Because people forget, so Kevin Feige is he's the overall guy for Marvel, right? But then people factor in, there's a head guy like Kevin Feige for TV. That's their head TV guy. This is the same person whose idea was it to fix the shows in post. Remember, that was the quote before they changed that Daredevil show to what you guys see it as now. The motto was like, we'll just fix it in post. Dude, that's their head TV guy who doesn't even believe in showrunners.
Daredevil on television died with Daredevil season 3 on Netflix. Those 3 seasons of Daredevil, perfect. I wouldn't change anything about any of them. And then Marvel took Daredevil and then fucked him in the ass with Trump allegories and ICE allegories. And I'm just like, why? All you had to do was just make an entertaining season of Daredevil. That's all you had to do. I'm over Marvel, man. Like after Doomsday and Secret Wars, I don't know if I'm gonna be looking forward to what they do next.
Yeah, I guess it's just the X-Men movies that you have to look forward to, but the thing was that I know that's like their last trump card, which is X-Men. But how in the world can I believe they could do X-Men?
Well, here's the thing: are they gonna do X-Men as we know and love them, or are they just gonna continue to do the exact same fucking thing that's been fucking them over for the past like 6 years now?
You know what's crazy? There was actually an interview quote about X-Men today. I'll bring it up here before we head out in a little bit, because we're not gonna go that long tonight. You know, I have to get up early in the morning to do life stuff.
I got to get up and like
make sure your car actually starts.
Victor Frankenstein my car.
Get rid of that motherfucker. Throw that shit in the trash.
It turns on. I'm like, it's alive. It's alive.
Oh my god. Ooh! I bet they better have Jubilee. Jubilee. Give me 1 second, guys.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the more and more people are like talking about Sadie Sink's like secret character for Spider-Man, like, Brand New Day. I'm like, I hope to God it's not Jean Grey. If it's Jean Grey, I'm quitting before they even like start X-Men. I'm sorry. Like, no. No.
I just don't think it makes any level of sense to introduce Jean Grey in a Spider-Man movie when you're gonna have an X-Men phase anyway. That's gonna be called. We know it's gonna be called the Mutant Saga anyway. Why are we doing this?
Well, to me, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, all right, well, if you're just gonna come out and say she's Jean Grey, okay, fine, I guess. But that just leads to a whole bunch of other questions. It's like, okay, if she's a mutant, what is that? Does that mean there's a Scott Summers in this universe already? Does that mean there's a Logan?
That's why I think it doesn't. That's why I think it's not real. I actually don't think that's Jean Grey, because that would be and they've did a lot of dumb things, and you guys know how much I shit on the MCU. If they actually do that, that is another just top 10 retarded thing they've done.
Yeah,
it's literally work. Because keep in mind, if this movie's already going to be overstuffed with what we know is going to be in it, adding in Jean Grey is just like a waste, because she's just going to be forgotten about and not cared for until way later on.
Me and my cousin were talking about it. I really think she's just playing some obscure character that no one's been able to figure out, who she is. But just on the off chance that Marvel is stupid enough, because we know they are. We know they would do some shit like this just to reveal that it is Jean Grey. And you already know you have the people like us that would absolutely just fucking hate it. And then you have these soy beta cucks on the internet that just deep throat the fuck out of anything Disney and Marvel do these days. Just absolutely just
I'm talking like literally
all over that shit.
This is what porn stars say. Unless that dick hits your fucking throat, you're not doing it right. And you guys have been doing it right. For the best of this company. You guys got Marvel and Disney's cock so far down to your esophagus, your eyes have been rolling back.
Like, I'm telling you, dude, like after Secret Wars, like unless they're able to turn things around in the next like year and a half, which
they have 3 movies to convince you.
Yeah, they got like 3 movies to fucking convince me, and if they can't do that, and if they can't do it, then I'm done. Like my fucking MCU journey should have ended with Endgame. I've been trying to be the Boy Scout, Cyclops, Captain America guy, and hang on to all the goodwill and trying to give Marvel the benefit of a doubt for 6 fucking years. I'm tired, man. I'm like John Coffey getting ready to walk the Green Mile. I'm just like, I'm tired, boss. I'm giving these jackasses the benefit of a doubt every fucking project. I'm over it. If they can't turn this shit around by the time Secret War, the credits roll in Secret Wars, I'm done. Like anything they do after Secret Wars, X-Men, Fantastic Four, nope, don't give a fuck. I don't.
I will say you have 1 or 2 X-Men movies to convince me you can do it right. If not, I'm going to be shitting on you for the next 10 years. I know Nate's done, but not me. Mm-mm.
I'm just defeated, man. The thing is, I'm looking forward to X-Men 97, but the only reason I'm looking forward to X-Men 97 is because I know season 2 was done by someone who actually gives a fuck about the material, as opposed to these corporate fucking jackasses that just see it as a license to print money and spread bullshit messages when all people want is a good story with entertaining characters. And they're not giving that to us anymore.
Right here, we have somebody from Jake Schreier who directed Thunderbolts. And keep in mind, actually, what's crazy is a lot of us here, if you watch people on my show, we like Thunderbolts here.
Thunderbolts is good.
I know Laps liked it, not as much as the third act, but I know Laps liked it. I know you liked it. I liked it.
But here's the thing.
Joe liked it.
Thunderbolts was probably the only reason Thunderbolts probably turned out the way.
Top 3 MCU movies since Endgame? But what's the competition for it, though? Like,
I would say top 3. I would.
Like, what Spider-Man? If
you're not counting Spider-Man and Deadpool and Wolverine, because technically it's like Sony and Fox shit. Yeah. I would say Thunderbolts top 3 since
I was looking back on it, because you know how you watch movies and you review them, and then there's like that one day you think back on it. It's like, did you actually really like? I'll be honest here. I thought about it recently. I was like, you know what? I actually did enjoy it.
Yeah,
I actually did enjoy the movie.
Now that I think about it, Thunderbolts was only probably as good as it was because they were just prepared for it to like fail and die, like from the get-go. Like as soon as they announced it, they were like, yeah, people are gonna hate this, and they probably told the director, you know what? Just do whatever the fuck you want to do. People are going to hate this anyway.
They killed off that wasn't Taskmaster.
They probably literally told the guy, just do whatever you want. People are going to fucking hate this thing anyway. And you know what? He did. And you know what? He turned it around and he made it a very entertaining fucking film.
Jake Schreier confirms Marvel Studios has plans for multiple X-Men films. Quote, first we have to make one great movie. Okay. I can kind of get on. Okay, we can agree on that. That makes perfect sense. Start making one good movie, then work on doing another good one. But we always have an eye as we're talking about it too. What are the different places this can go? What hasn't been explored as much from the comics, and how can that be incorporated?
Okay. There's a lot of places you can go.
Okay. I will say because we know he's going to be the guy directing it. It's been announced for a while. He's going to be the guy directing the MCU X-Men movies, or one of the X-Men MCU movies. Probably won't have Wolverine. But to be fair, comic book accuracy. You guys always say comic.
Honestly,
Wolverine was not a part of the original team.
He wasn't.
If you want to do that.
And you know what? If you want to bring Wolverine later in, just do your X-Men film, and then like at the end of the movie, the after credit scene is like a tease for Wolverine.
You can go several movies, honestly, without him, if you were to write them good, which, let's be honest here. No, we don't think you can. But I would say if you don't want the entirety, if you're not going to do like giant size X-Men #1 with that roster, because I'm pretty sure it's been rumored that Wolverine is not going to be in this first MCU X-Men movie. Honestly, you have a chance for another character to shine. People keep saying Storm. The problem is, like, I don't care if Storm shines. The problem here is, like, I don't expect them to write Storm not cringe.
No, dude. Fucking Cyclops. Make that motherfucker the center of the team. Make him the leader of the fucking team. That's who Cyclops is supposed to be. I'm so tired of people like Bryan Singer and Fox just not giving Cyclops his fair fucking dues. That's why he's so good in X-Men 97. Because
Bo DeMeo actually wanted to make him front and center. Yeah.
Because he is the fucking man. Make him that guy. Like, it's not that hard.
Mm-hmm. No, but I'll be honest here. I like what he says here. Most of the time, you read some utter bullshit like we just read a second ago. I think this is the correct approach to have. Now, I did also read that he's going to be, like reading Chris Claremont's run on X-Men in the comic books, which is obviously one of the most legendary runs in comic books ever. Chris Claremont is just one of the biggest writers in X-Men history, probably the known X-Men writer.
It's a good line of comics to draw from.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, I know Jake Schreier said he's going to be reading the Chris Claremont comic books. Good. I know and based on what he said right here, okay, let's see what you can do. You know, I'll say, hey, we'll see what happens. Because I know they brought in like 2 other writers as well, because he's going to be overseeing it. I know they brought in a Wong Ding Dong or whatever to write it too.
What's all of this?
Yeah, Jake Schreier says he's reading Chris Claremont's X-Men comics to prepare. Now, keep in mind, I like what he's saying and doing so far. I like what you're spitting out, and I like your Thunderbolts movie. But the problem here that we now run into, because remember the same problems that Nia DaCosta ran into? Jake Schreier could read every Chris Claremont comic book written by him for X-Men, which means like I'm pretty sure they're getting him all the epic collections and omnibuses. My fucking hell, lucky man, because those things cost a fucking arm and a leg. Try buying giant size X-Men #1 omnibus on eBay. That should cost like $250 fucking dollars. Keep in mind, he's gonna get access to this stuff. Now, just because he gets access to Chris Claremont's X-Men run in comic books, will Kevin Feige allow that to happen? We know he doesn't like directors having a lot of say in these movies.
No, Kevin Feige doesn't like. No, hold on. Kevin Feige just doesn't like successes that aren't his. That's what it is.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, Jake Schreier said something really awesome. I agree with what he said. He's doing the right thing, which is reading Chris Claremont's X-Men run, probably the most influential, most popular X-Men run of all time, outside of like you could say Grant Morrison's and Fabian Nazica or Jim Lee and Chris Claremont's Uncanny X-Men run. Keep in mind, all of this is good. Is Kevin Feige going to allow this to happen? That's the problem. He could do all the right things, but then Kevin Feige could go, you know what? Nah, I want you to add Jubilee as the main character of the movie. Oh, fuck. Well, we're done. Fuck.
Actually, no, even better. Guess what? Morph is the main character of this movie. It's like, what?
Bruh.
I just...
Looks like you're going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
I'm telling you, man, like, I want it all to be good. Like, I want X-Men to come out, and I want the next, like, 10 years of Marvel to be, like, some of the best, like, X-Men related stuff we've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is just the climate that we live in when it comes to entertainment and media and just the way that Marvel and the MCU has been going these past 6 years, the odds of them, like, actually putting out something decent is just, like, next to none.
Yeah, and keep in mind, I want the MCU X-Men movies to be good, obviously, but the problem here comes down to Kevin Feige and what Bo DeMaio has said about him. You know, keep in mind, what he said, I believe, is honestly true. So we'll have to see how it all pans out. But we're gonna wrap it up here because you know, I have to go get up in the bed for morning.
I still don't believe they fired what's his face from X-Men 97 because he did adult, you know, OnlyFans content. No, I think he made a show that was way too good. It was something that Kevin Feige wasn't expecting to be this big grandiose thing, and he just didn't like the fact that this guy made something really good that, you know, Kevin Feige didn't fully approve of. So Kevin Feige got him out of there because he's a jealous little cock.
Yeah, because I remember Bo DeMaio had a tweet where he pretty much ran down what a business meeting is like with Kevin Feige when it comes to Marvel. Woo, man! And it said exactly how I thought it would go. Just pointing out here.
Like the more and more I find out about Kevin Feige, the more and more he sounds like a guy that if I was trapped in a room with him for, like, let's say maybe 10 minutes, by the time those 10 minutes are up, he's probably dead on the floor because I strangled him because he annoyed me and vexed me too much.
Remember what the tweet said? The tweet basically said, hey, you could come up with your own idea and then Kevin Feige could shoot it down only to then regurgitate your idea back to you and then say he came up with it. Yeah, that sounds about right.
No, I'm telling you, dude, you trap me in a room with that motherfucker, and there's probably about maybe a 90 to 95% chance I'm probably whooping his ass before that door opens.
Why are you so angry?
Because I don't like stupid motherfuckers that think they're right about everything, MSK, and that's Kevin Feige.
I also want to point out that, you know, we'll see how it goes. If he allows X-Men to be ran a way that it should be with a nice foundation. If I get the civil rights allegory, oh my God.
You're gonna get it. You already know that you're gonna fucking get it. We have a Daredevil show where Kingpin is just a stand-in for Trump. And his anti-vigilante task force is just a stand-in for ICE. They go so far as to put motherfuckers in cages in this show. You mean to tell me that they're not going to do some kind of allegorical bullshit with X-Men? You serious?
This is what I want to do to them in those cages.
Falcon kick!
Just get a nice Falcon kick. Just get out.
That's what I'm scared of, man. Like, I'm scared we're going to get to X-Men, and that's all they're going to do. They're just going to use X-Men as this big platform to virtue signal to motherfuckers that don't even give a fuck about X-Men.
Oh, God. Well, speaking of good news, do you have anything planned coming up you would like to let the audience know about? Are you going to watch any movies coming up new?
Yeah.
To review for your channel? I don't know what's been coming out, dude. I've been so far behind.
Well, Michael is coming out, that Michael Jackson biopic. I'm probably going to go see that.
Did you go see the Mario Galaxy movie?
I heard it was shit, so no.
Yeah, I heard too many mixed opinions. Are you going to go watch that movie called The Drama?
No. Probably not. That's like asking me if I'm going to go
Hoppers.
see. That's like asking me if I'm going to go see, the Devil Wears Prada 2. It's like I never saw the first one, and I highly doubt that I will give a fuck about the first one and the second one if I decide to watch the second one.
Just go watch Hoppers, and you could hit on a single mom MILF.
You sound like one of these Twitter fuckers that just say, "Hey, consume the slop."
Yeah.
Don't question it. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
Yeah. Is there a problem with that?
Yeah, if you're a brainless jackass. Sorry. No, dude, probably gonna go check out Michael when it comes out. I think it comes out on the 22nd, I'm pretty sure. I'm actually off all week next week. I decided to take a vacation because work has just been kicking my ass. So starting this weekend, like Saturday all the way through next Sunday, I will be off.
Saturday through next Sunday. Oh, so you get a week vacation essentially.
Yeah. So if you want me on any extra shows, man, I'm game for that.
We'll try. As you guys know, all of you should know, my schedule might be changing in a big way, but I will not know until after Friday morning. And I'm going to try and, clean myself up before I go.
I think that would help. I think it would really help with like maybe your mental state too.
I look fine and I feel fine. Everything is good. Everything is great. It came to me in a dream, Nate. The dream said I was hired.
You look like a black homeless man that got hit by a car, got up, and then just got struck by lightning. It's like, does God have a vendetta against this guy? Like, what the fuck? Like, damn.
Yeah, damn. Good Lord. But that's pretty much it. Are you going to be on Iron's Rogues Gallery on Saturday? I don't know if he's even having it. He said he was going to be back to streaming more often this week, but I don't think he is. Maybe he's busy or something. I have no clue.
He had some kind of a medical thing going on this past Saturday. That's why he didn't do it. But I know he played Resident Evil 9 on Rumble, I'm pretty sure. We might be doing a Rogues Gallery this weekend. I don't know. He's kind of like me. It's like, hey, are we doing Strahd? I don't know.
That's pretty much a no.
Maybe.
Dude, on Twitter is the only place where Resident Evil was actually the topic of a thread. So, and it's by retards. The essence of the thread. You remember what it is?
Well, they're making another movie. I know that.
No, it's even worse. It's even worse than that.
What's up?
People were arguing that they were fans of a game they never played because they watched people play it on YouTube. So they watch people play Resident Evil on YouTube, and that means that they're fans of it.
There's a lot.
But how can you be a fan of something when you never even really engage with it, though?
Yeah, it's like just because you watch this one person play one game in a series of games that spans like nearly 30 years, and there's like 35 different fucking games. Yeah. But you're a fan of Resident Evil just because you played this you watch this person play this one game.
It's like that at most makes you a casual. At most, that makes you a casual fan. Because like I would think, because you know how we had that argument here on the show a few weeks ago with me and Jared and Jay Heat, where the sentiment was, can you be a comic book fan without having read a comic book? It's like, no. Because bare minimum to be a fan is engaging with material in said thing. And if you can't even be bothered to read a 24-page comic book, I'm not even saying reading like 10 or 20, like some people are crazy with it. I'm saying read like one a week. Is that too hard? One a week? That's 4 a month.
Well, it's not even that. It's like, look, if you're trying to get into the franchise or, this nerd sphere or whatever, that's cool. That's fine. Come on in, consume all the fucking products that everybody else loves and, learn the lore, learn the characters, have a good fucking time with it. Sure. Like, come on in. But if you play one fucking game out of, 25 years of other games, don't try to lecture people who have been keeping up with this franchise for nearly 30 years based on the minimal amount of knowledge you have on this universe based on the one game you played. Because believe me, that's not a debate or an argument you're going to win.
Yeah. Also, when someone says, oh, but what if someone is disabled? Yeah, but that's the thing is, you're not. You saying that, you're not disabled. So that's not an excuse for you.
I've watched paraplegics beat Elden Ring with no hands using their fucking feet. Don't talk to me about accessibility.
Dude, it's like when someone says, but what if people are disabled and they can't, and they have, one of the arguments was they have anxiety and can't handle horror very well. Oh, the fuck well. First of all, this is a video game, and who cares? If you can't, go. What?
I will say this, just because I've said it before. If that's how you feel, then this game is probably not made for you. It's kind of like how people bitch about, Dark Souls games and, the difficulty and shit. They complain it's too hard. It's like, look, this game was not made for you. Have an understanding that there are people who understand these games a lot better than you do, just because they have a better understanding of the mechanics and how they work. Just because you decided to sit down and play this one game and you didn't like it, now all of a sudden you're on Twitter writing a fucking thread talking about how everything needs to be changed to fit how you want to experience it. It's like, no, fuck you. You have an entire audience of people who love this thing for exactly the way it is. Your opinion does not fucking matter. You are you are the very bottom of the barrel of monkeys. All right.
Because people were like, well, isn't that considered gatekeeping? Yeah, that's kind. Because the thing is,
if we had gatekeeped more, maybe Marvel and Star Wars wouldn't be in the fucking shitter right now.
Because that's the problem. Is like, guys, there has to be some level of gatekeeping. You want to know why? Because then you would just let a bunch of posers and tourists come in. Keep in mind, guys. All I'm saying to you is engage in the very minimum. And if someone says that's not enough, well, that's a different conversation for another day, right? If you want to be a Resident Evil, come on, I've never a Resident Evil fan. I'm just speaking in hypotheticals here. If you claim to be a fan of something, and keep in mind, you guys spend all day typing on Twitter, scrolling through TikToks, listen to dumb, retarded bitches on there talk about bullshit. You can't emulate one of these games and play it yourself? Really? You can't? But
well, you got me thinking about a thread I saw a couple days ago. Someone was bitching about like an action set piece segment from the most recent one that I streamed. A guy literally, Leon Kennedy, he's one of the main characters. He's been in Resident Evil for like ever since its inception, but he literally rides a bike up the side of a building that's like overturned on its side, and he jumps off of it, and the fucking camera like slows down as he's doing it. And the fucking person's complaining about it. He's like, this isn't realistic. I'm like, this is Resident Evil, dude. Have you not played any of the other games? And of course not. no, this is the only one I've played. It's like I can fucking tell, because if you had played the other ones, you would realize that all of the games have retarded shit like this in it. Why? Because it's fantasy. It's not supposed to be realistic.
Yeah, and for some reason, we're supposed to be catering to not every franchise should be catering to every single person's whims.
No.
That's not what they've ever been doing. Like, keep in mind, for some of these fandoms to be a part of, there's going to be a little bit of money you need to spend. There should be, unless you want to pirate everything, which, keep in mind, if you are doing that, don't tell people you're doing that, because you guys should stop doing that, because this thing called keeping things on the down low was a thing I had as a saying back when I was younger. Stop telling everybody everything. And keep in mind, like, how do you kind of understand? It'd be like this. Here, I'll give you a basic example. That's like me looking at a picture of a pizza, and then I tell you I'm a fan. I ate pizza. Do you see how illogically stupid that sounds? I could look at a pizza and say I ate that pizza. I know what it tastes like. Pun intended. Or let's say I watch a show. And let's say I watch CSI. Well, now I know how to be a crime scenes forensic investigator. It's like, no, that's how that works.
You watched Barry Allen do it in The Flash, so now you know everything you need to know about being a
coming up with like
scientist.
retarded dialogue. They're writing like, "Hey, I."
Or it's like, oh no, wait, even better. Wait, I saw Barry Allen access the Speed Force. I could do that.
You actually
what?
Do that in real life? You're about to get hit by a car. Just saying.
Gets plowed over by a bus. It's like, yep, he's one with the Speed Force for sure now.
Well, I have a few episodes. Okay, so the next episode of the MSK Show will be a one-on-one with Della, and then me and Nate are gonna have the show 8:30 Friday. We're gonna talk about the new PlayStation 5 price raises and other gaming industry stuff. So thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK Show. Hopefully Nate's car troubles get better. And hopefully I get this job on Friday. It's do or die time for this because, guys, not crashing out, but I'm hanging on. I'm hanging on here. But don't worry. As a man, you got to hang on and keep pushing forward. And make sure to keep your loved ones safe and stay vigilant. See you guys later.